nicely by the Bettinghouse brothers. You're looking right here at Sherry and her husband, Rey Tucky Perez. If Tucky Perez looks familiar, join the club. We've seen him the past 5 weeks in one capacity or another, the past 3 as the king of bowling. First ball, championship match against Greg Lothian. And
he's had more airtime than the NBC Peacock.
He certainly has. He certainly has.
You know, several people during the week have asked me about Tucky's footwork. It's a little unique. Heel, toe, heel, toe, and then watch a little stutter step, and then a big step, plant, and throw. That's not the kind of footwork you want to work on, but for Tucky Perez, it has gotten him right where he wants to be. Actually, there should be a little bit of a slide and a little bit more maintained kind of a tempo, Tommy, but you know, that's what makes bowling so great. There are no rights and wrongs in this game. If you do it the same way every time, you're going to be good. And the only way you do that is by throwing games, right, Sam?
Get out and practice your favorite BPA lane. Join a spring league now and get ready. Look at Greg Lothian there. Oh, is he serious?
Lothian 247 against already hot Greg Carpenter. He also leaves the 10 like Tucky has.
Well, Greg's from out Reading, Ohio.
Good bowlers leave a lot of 10 pins. Good bowlers hit the pocket a lot. 6 pins. Second one from the end of your screen. There it goes. Just kind of
belly up.
Wanders over to the gutter and just kind of takes a nap.
A little siesta. But Lothian picks up the 10. And a couple of spares for Perez and Lothian. Game 3, BPA King of Bowling, week 6, and we have seen some fantastic bowling. As Sam Coleman mentioned earlier, an average of 2-1-1 in 6 weeks on this tour tells you we're seeing the cream of the crop in Cincinnati, and it's not over yet. Next week we'll be in LaRue Lanes over in Highlands Heights, Kentucky. We're scattering it around this year, and nice little variety of the BPA lanes.
Certainly. Charlie Govis we'll see over there. And then we go to Loveland Lanes next week for the qualifiers, starting both days, Saturday and Sunday at 9 a.m.
Lothian second frame championship match. And he says, I've had it with the spares. Give me the strikes.
The 6 pin that's been lazy was not lazy that time.
You're looking at the...
Let's take a look at it here on the replay.
The replay here.
6 pin goes to the gutter and then karate chops the 10. Watch this. Boom. Ah, gotcha.
Pins will be happy to see him go. The 1984 Cincinnati Bowler of the Year, Rey Tucky Perez, king of bowling the past 3 weeks, and now you see why. The last week he picked up a ball, 275 to 203 over Rick Pollard, and Tucky is a force to be reckoned with.
Phenomenal, both guys. Again, I don't think you could pick any 2 bowlers that I'd like to see square off today for a premier confrontation. This is it.
Nicknamed by Dave Newrath El Primo. He'll show you why right on this ball.
Zip. Too wide. Again, Greg Carpenter. You know why he's got all the big 800s? Because he throws a ball that normally gets that shot out right there. Tucky Perez, a little more methodical, more direct. It's funny, he still bends the ball 10 times more than I do. But compared to Greg Carpenter, he's a little more direct. Tucky Perez, 10 pin, left lane twice. What's he going to do next round?
Drops the 10. Perez in 5 weeks averaging 212. That's not bad considering he's got a 215 average.
Yeah, and what brought that average down?
Don't mention that, will you please?
There it is,
40
Sam.
in a second with a spare up, and Greg Lothian's on a spare and a strike.
The sly Mr. Newrath referring to the demolition that Rey Perez took in week 2 to Kenny Lynch, 266 to 140. That was sandwiched in between a 240 game the week before, a 250 game the week after. Lothian has the crowd behind him. Cat calls from the back.
Ooh, ooh. He brought a few of his
authority, I'll say that.
Really. Take a look at Greg. You think he wants it? Is the kid hungry? Yeah.
Yeah.
He just bit his lower lip open. There's his rooting section.
There's his darling sister, father and mother.
We're mentioning next week we have the chance of seeing our first lady on the BPA King of Bowling. But we also may see a father-son team in Bill Pollard and Rick Pollard. the bowling pollards.
How about that?
From Versailles, Indiana. Lothian, 4th frame. Oh, boy. We were speaking of that groove before. What else do you say? You let the pictures do the talking.
Look at there. There's that Lothian Rooters row.
Yeah, he even gets mad at his shoe.
Oh, yeah.
He has his work cut out for him.
The man is intense. 21 years old, doesn't make any difference. Bring him on. Gomez has got to go.
Oh, there it is. Oh, boy. We'll see a lot of pinfall this match.
Well, Tucky went outside. There's inside, outside, and I'd call that suicide.
Take a look at this now.
Right lane again, perfection. Right there, the ball coming on like we the people, as Sam says. Perfectly in the pocket, just the right amount of deflection, 10 pins in the pit. Now, left lane. 2 shots, 2 10 pins. What's he going to do?
He's going to throw some X's now.
Tucky must feel like the old man in the bunch. At 28, he is. Senior citizen. 21 was Carpenter, 21 is Lothian, 25 Moses. God, where does that put you, Dave Newrath?
In the archives.
Oh, yeah.
There you go. The 10 pin wanted to stay, but
That's answering the call. I'd say that. Swing and sway, I guess.
let's take a look at it. Why does the 10 pin go down this time? A little more angle, a little more roll. Watch the 6 pin. Second from the right-hand side, go to the wall, and the belly to belly sumo 10 pin out of there.
Look at Mama there. She's ready.
Sherry, rolling her eyes,
Oh,
figuring out what will I do with this week's $750 check.
bought a new coat with it. She came in with a nice looking coat.
Very
today.
nice looking coat.
Next week they'll drive up in a BMW.
Who
maybe?
knows? Who knows? If Greg Lothian has anything to say about it. Oh, he
Look
looked.
out.
He did stumble at the line. He looked to be off balance, but
That's what you call regrouping there at the foul line.
the end result is that nothing is standing.
The momentum. I mean, this man throws his whole body into the shot. That time he had his body going in the right direction, and even though he stumbled, his arm swing is so pure that it just took the ball to the target anyway. That was phenomenal.
I've always said, David, youth will be served.
Being served right now. Lothian in the 6th frame with 5. Count them. 5 if he gets this one. Strikes. I felt like a prognosticator on that one. 5 straight strikes for Lothian.
Look at him. Little Lothian rooter. Mama there. Daddy there.
Let's take a look at it here. Does he want it? Is it perfect?
Oh.
I can't say anything about the strike. It's only perfect, but look at his reaction.
Oh, boy. He knew it.
Yeah!
Ow.
Pictures coming your way today by Calvin Washington, our director, and the tremendous crew who we just enjoy working with every week on the BPA stop. We still have many more stops, so if you're tuning in for the first time, I think you'll enjoy us right to the middle of April in a championship match at Glenmore Lanes. Tucky Perez working on a double, 6th frame. Oh, boy. You know, you hate to use the cliche, don't leave your set, don't go away, but in something like this,
Let me say it. Don't leave your set. Don't go away because it's 20 pins, Tom.
Yeah, they're both on MXs. 110 for Lothian in the 4th, and Tucky's got 90 in the 4th, and they're both working on a string of strikes. Looked to me like they're going to go out and go the route, I guess you'd call it.
What a fantastic game it would be. 20 pins down. Tucky Perez, our champion for, well, 3 weeks now, 4 weeks. He's been on the show every week. Can he come back this time?
Oh,
wow. That is 4 straight as we move to the 7th frame in Greg Lothian. Now keep in mind, even though Tucky's not thinking in these terms, if he does not become the king, he is still high qualifier at LaRue Lanes. So if you think that if Tucky loses this week, we will not see him in week 7, think again. Rey Tucky Perez wants more airtime than Sam Coleman, Dave Newrath, and Tom Verotto put together.
well, they want Tucky to win so we can get Caroline Hoffman on maybe.
That'll be a roll-off between her and Rick Pollard.
That's right.
Wouldn't that be something?
Oh.
The ball went direct. A little too straight with the shot. 6 pin going around the 10 so quick. but you couldn't even see it. Watch it here on the replay. 6-pin again, second one from the right-hand side. Look at it here. Just shoots up and around. Not the proper angle.
Well, Greg's using a lot of speed, David, for one thing.
There it is, a spare in the 7th.
Well, what just happened? Well, I'll tell you what just happened. His 20-pin lead has just been cut to 9 pins.
Greg Lothian. Shall we say the hunted rather than the hunter in this case, even though he is up by 9 pins. But when you're running in front of Tucky Perez, you feel the pressure. How will Lothian answer? You take a look. 21 years old. Pressure does not affect him.
Well, this might be the deciding ball right here with Tucky.
Let's take a look at it on the replay. Is the 7-pin going to stand? No way. He's got 5 pins going over there to take it out. The head pin, the whole left-hand side, gangs up on the 7.
And just jumped him.
Just smothered it. Tucky Perez can just jump right back into this game with this one right here. A pivotal shot.
8th frame. Working on 4 straight. Coming back, and there it is. Number 5 straight for Gomez Perez. Sam, out of curiosity, what is the longest appearance by a king on the BPA?
Well, we had Davey Hines on for 9 weeks and Dave Newkirk for 10. And our high 3-game total on the tube is Davey Hines 799.
Take a look at
this. Oh, mama, it's practically even right now, really.
Isn't this amazing? The 20-pin lead that he had before is now 1 pin to his disadvantage. Tucky Perez has just snuck into the lead by a stick.
1 stick.
This is a real big ball here, I'll tell you. Oh.
It's got the groove, and the man they call El Primo, Tucky Gomez. You call him whatever you want to, just call him with strikes.
Let's take a
watch
look at
this.
It. I don't want to watch the pins. I want to watch his emotions. The pins say themselves. I'm mixing a light shot, but what's he doing?
Look at that.
Yeah. That's the first real emotion we've seen in a couple of weeks from Tucky.
You didn't think we were tuned into big-time wrestling, did you?
Whoa. Grunt and groaners? No. This is strike time now.
Now, Greg.
This is a
Lothian.
big ball for Lothian right here. Greg's got to get this X.
Got to get this one to stay 1 pin.
Look at that. Look at this.
6 pin hit the 10 with a cross body block there, Dave.
Tucky 180 and Greg Lothian 179, and they're both on doubles, going to the 10th.
Greg Lothian, 1 pin down, going into the 10th frame. The best he can do is throw 3 in the 10th and still not be shut out.
Well, Tucky can get 240 and Greg get 239.
Is this a match? Is this a match? We spoke of the Carpenter-Lothian match prior to this one as being the best on paper. As the Lothians look on.
Look at the knee. The knee tells you he's nervous. Got to have this one.
There it is. Boy, he responds well to pressure.
Tucky's getting set up for a re-rack on the right lane. Does he throw it well in a critical situation? What do you think? Oh, knee deep into the pocket. 1-3, didn't have a chance.
Well, Greg can get 269 and Tucky 270.
Greg Lothian has got to have this one to put the pressure on Gomez Perez. The potential of a tie is up there.
8 strikes for Lothian this match. 3. Now, at 4. Lothian, the big arm swing. He knew it. The Lothian family very happy.
Did we call this
pressure
match
now? Oh.
Get the chains out. He's got to have this one to do anything in the 10th frame. Force Tucky Perez. What's he do? Maximum power, maximum revolutions. 4 pins going into the 7 pin, trying to decide who's going to knock it down.
No, this could be a big ball too, Tom and Dave. I'll tell you right here, this fill ball.
Tucky Perez thinking about what he's going to do, his first ball in the 10th, and that is that he has to strike. As Sam said, pinfall is important.
Lothian knew it. 5 straight, finishing it out here in the championship match.
Tucky's got to throw 30 now.
2.69 for Greg Lothian. Second highest today. Second highest on the tour this year. Actually, for him, it's 1 pin better than Greg Carpenter rolled against Danny Moses, a 2.68. So did we see maximum pinfall? You bet we did today.
Situation is this, easy to say. This ball has to be a strike or we have a new king.
Oh. Well, we have a new king, Dave.
Tucky Perez deserves a round of applause for his performance, but my, oh my, can anybody throw the ball better than Greg Carpenter today? He gives it a good shot. It is a good roll, but the 6-pin, the guy that's been undoing everybody today, kind of goes to the channel and just lays there.
You know what this means, though? You know what this means, Dave and Sam? It means that we may be just setting ourselves up for another rematch next week in week 7 over at LaRue Lanes.
Well, you can get 260, 249 and get beat. That's really tough. 269 to 249.
Both bowlers deserve a super round of applause. Excellent match.
Look at that.
So, week 6 brings us a new king of bowling as Greg Lothian, the 21-year-old star, puts out Rey Tucky Perez, our 3-time king of bowler, 269 to 248. We'll be back.
All about them. Lots of cereals are okay, too.